You can listen to this practice wherever you are today. You can be sitting down or laying down or even stretching and doing things if that's what you got to do. And hopefully wherever you're at when you listen, this will still be helpful to you in some way. So if you would like to listen in a still position, just feel free to take all the time you need to arrive there. And just allow yourself to fidget, adjust, stretch, or move in whatever ways your body wants to move. Doing your best to not think about the movements at all, but more letting your body move you in the ways that intuitively feel good in your bones, muscles, and joints. And if what feels best to you at any time is stillness, then honoring that need for stillness. Maybe it feels nice to take a big morning stretch, reaching the arms overhead, and just feeling that space between your hip bones and the bottom of your rib cage, feeling that space get really long, just to give your organs lots of space to breathe. And at any point, if you haven't already and would like to, you can make your way to a still position, just feeling that the spine is nice and straight in whatever position you've chosen. And if you're in a space where you feel safe and would like to, you can allow the eyes to gently close at any time if they aren't already. And now mark your arrival into your practice today, into your body today, with a full, intentional cleansing breath. As you welcome in a long and slow inhale in through the nose, and just watch yourself as you fill up to every corner and edge of you. And you just hold that for a moment once you're full, to really sit in that sense of fullness. And without straining, as you need to, slowly let all of that go. Exhaling bit by bit as you gently pull the navel toward the spine at the bottom of your exhale to really push that last bit of stagnant air out of you. As you again pause for a moment to now sit in this sense of emptiness, allowing your next breath to come to you as it's needed. And so you can breathe just like this for as many rounds as feels good and helpful to you. Not worrying about the length of your inhales, exhales, and pauses on either side, but just letting each of the 4 parts of your breath be exaggerated, whatever that means for you today. So when the body naturally feels full or stops inhaling, seeing if you can just exaggerate that a little bit more. Open up your body a tiny bit more to take in a moment's worth of air. And when you would naturally roll over to the exhale, holding off on that for an extra moment to stay a bit more intentionally in that fullness. And then as you exhale, even once you think you're empty, seeing how empty you can get. And pausing to stay in that emptiness for another moment before letting your next breath come as it's needed. And at any point, if you haven't already, you may release this guidance over your breath altogether and allow yourself to step almost back and up in the mind into that role of the observer or the witness. And now seeing if you can simply observe the fact that your body is breathing, rather than having any direct impact over the rhythm or depth of the breath. But remembering how your body does breathe all on its own, even when you're in a deep sleep. Your body functions perfectly every moment of your life, perfectly enough to keep you alive. And now just seeing if you can witness these processes as they occur. Just reminding yourself of every single process that is happening in your body, every moment of your life. That's not controlled by you. It's not a result of any of your doing, but it's just a gift that comes with this life and this body. Your stomach digests for you. Your heart beats for you. Your lungs breathe for you. And just reminding yourself of the magic of this gift. And reminding yourself that simply because you have this gift means that you are worthy of it. We are all worthy of our lives and these bodies. And the proof of that is in our own existence. And so just let some attention come to your face now, as you just make a note for yourself of any expression that's resting on the face. Making note of any emotions that could be communicated by this resting expression. Maybe the brow is tense, or the jaw is tight. The nostrils could be flared, or even the ears and chin could be holding some tension. And now, just with your awareness, you can simply allow these muscles to soften. Allow your jaw to hang into place and your tongue to release from the roof of the mouth. Allow the corners of your mouth to soften as you release even further in the chin, in the nostrils. Allowing the softness to spread naturally outward and upward, softening the cheeks, the ears, the eyelids. Even feeling the eyeballs just resting in their sockets. Releasing the eyebrows, the forehead. So you just let your hairline soften back slightly, so you feel the full width and depth of the forehead. Maybe even feeling your brain just resting in your skull. The whole scalp softening a little bit more. As you let the shoulders become heavier, and you feel that space between your shoulders and your ears getting a little bit longer. feeling the back of your neck elongate even more. And just allowing yourself to be heavy and to fully release into the surface that's beneath you. Feeling your pelvic floor widen and lengthen into whatever surface is supporting you. Allowing yourself to be safe in this body. Allowing yourself to be held by the earth beneath you and by the force of gravity all around you. Remembering that when you let go, when you fully relax the body, absolutely everything is held where it needs to be. And there is nothing else that you need to be doing right now. This is not a process of doing or thinking, but one of listening and feeling, one of receiving. And so you can feel yourself just get a tiny bit heavier with this trust in the body and in the world around you. Maybe taking on that same energy you might feel when you release yourself into the arms of someone you love dearly. When you are hugging a person or maybe an animal, in that moment when you exhale and you just let yourself be held, you allow yourself to be loved. Even if it's just for a split second, feeling that sense of love and care with the earth and gravity, with your own body. Letting gravity hug your body and your skin to hug your muscles and bones. And just remembering this deep and innate safety that we all possess in our own souls and our bodies. And making note and acknowledging any layers of fear and doubt stacked on top of that innate core sensation of safety. Maybe you don't feel safe right now. Odds are you don't feel fully safe in life right now. And that is okay. We are not ignoring our fears to only remember the safety and the love in our bodies and in our life. But we're acknowledging any aspects of your circumstances right now that is in your control and that maybe doesn't fully support your safety. Letting any of those things that come up for you simply act as seeds. Letting these seeds be planted within you. Remembering that there's always going to be a period of time between when we recognize we need to make a change and when we actually have the strength, the power, the resources to make those changes reality. And so Be so kind and patient with yourself wherever you are in any process of change in your life. And just trust that you are already on your way to where you want to be. And trust that small daily actions that support yourself in your safety just a tiny bit more over time will gradually get you to where you want to be. Into a place where you feel safe and secure in your life. And you can also remind yourself that we exist in so many different ways all of the time. And so perhaps you do feel safe and secure in your life right now. Maybe in your professional life, you feel safe and secure. But maybe you feel unsafe and a bit lost in your romantic life, or in friendships, or psychologically even, in family, financially. And so just know that we can oftentimes hyper-focus on our current problems, which is natural. When there's a problem, it wants our attention so that we can fix it. And know that you can do these things. You can fix your problems and focus on them in order to fix them. And simultaneously, you can focus on what's going right for you, on where in your life you feel happy and joyful and connected and motivated. As you also remember that these feelings come and go constantly. And our feelings have a very successful way of tricking us into believing that this is how we've always felt and how we always will feel. It's true when we are sad and depressed, and that is also true when we are happy and motivated. And so neither of those are actually true. But the one thing we do know is true is that everything changes, especially how we feel. Our sense of power and our sense of purpose waxes and wanes just like the moon, just like everything else in nature. And we are not meant to escape this pattern of waxing and waning, of growth and decay. We are simply meant to live it, to experience the human experience, which contains all of the good things and all of the bad things. It contains the full range of the human experience. And you will experience a full range of human emotions. And sometimes you will feel whole. You will feel bright. You will feel connected and like you can shine light for others in the darkness. And other times you will feel like you are in the darkness yourself and like you can't see any light and like you're hiding, hibernating. And then there are all those phases in between. This metaphor, it comes from Hellenistic astrology, is that exact thing. The moon is the representation of our physical body, while the sun is the representation of our soul, the spark within us that brings our body to life. And there are times where the moon is full. It is totally illuminated by soul, or by the sun. And there are other times where this exact same moon is a new moon, and it's in the shadows, not reflecting any light. And when the moon is a new moon, we do not question it. We don't ask it, why are you hiding today? Why are you in darkness? We just know that that's another phase the moon moves through. And so sometimes the heaviest layer of our own suffering can be those questions we ask ourselves when we're feeling bad, or those expectations we put on ourselves to be feeling better when we're feeling bad. Or why am I feeling depressed? Why am I not motivated? Why am I sad? Instead of asking ourselves these questions, if we can catch these questions when they're coming into us, we can use them. You can use these questions themselves as cues to remind ourselves instead that whatever I'm feeling is what I should be feeling simply because I'm feeling it. And I wouldn't ask the moon why it's in the shadows when it's a new moon, or I wouldn't ask the leaves why they're falling off of the trees in the fall or winter. I just know that this is another part of life. And so you are the same way. You are the same way as everything else in nature. You will change. You will grow. You will have setbacks. You will rest. You will grow again. And the process will continue. And so you can rest in that knowledge and allow yourself to be in whatever phase of life you are in right now, knowing that it will change, which can be a great comfort to us when we're feeling bad. But it can also be great permission for us to fully feel and make the most of when we're feeling good, and release any guilt you might feel for actually feeling good when there is so much hurt in this world right now and all the time. You can instead use that goodness that you feel to create and to share and to express that goodness in whatever way is your way of expressing that. You have a unique set of experiences and a unique perception that is unlike anyone else here on this earth. And what is in your heart to share, to create, is worthy of creation. It is needed in this world. And it is natural that we will doubt our own innate talents and innate creativity that we all come into this world already possessing. But we can always remind ourselves. There was actually a really great quote I heard. We are taught that creativity is at the core of art, but are never taught that play is at the heart of creativity. And so when you are in the natural slumps of life, allow yourself to play. However, or whatever that means to you in the moment. Maybe dancing and listening to music, or drawing a picture, or calling up a friend, or going for a run, or playing with your animals. Letting yourself be human. And so you can just turn some attention into your physical heart as you just really listen closely to your own unique rhythm that is in your heart. The steady background beat to every moment of your life. And just trust that anything at all that you heard today that resonated with you or struck a chord with you, felt helpful in some way, just trusting that that feeling can sometimes come when we hear on the outside what a part of us already knows to be true on the inside. And so just allowing those truths to be enhanced within you, so that you feel a little bit more confidence to act on your own intuition. Remembering that there is nobody else out there who will be able to teach you more about yourself and your passions and your purpose in life than what quiet time with yourself will be able to teach you. And at the same time, we can learn so much about ourselves through witnessing others and through loving others. And so remembering that balance between alone time but not getting lost there. And remembering the importance and how much we do grow and learn from being in community and with others. And through love. And so if it feels like something you'd like to do today, you can just let your hands find each other in a prayer position toward heart center. As you just feel all of this power generated through your heart into your hands. And welcome in a final deep and full breath into the body as you fill up to every corner and edge of you. And as you exhale, letting go of anything you're ready to let go of, as you allow the head to gently bow. I'm just taking this moment to bow to the source of energy that allows all of our hearts to beat, whatever you believe that to be. I'm bowing to everyone else in this space who has listened and completed this practice right alongside you. And finally, bowing to yourself for choosing to show up today and taking the time out of your busy life for this pure act of self-love and self-care. May this act continue to heal you through the rest of your days and nights, and may you bring the same love and understanding to everything you do and to everyone that you see. Thank you.